7 ways to make money legally. Now, in yesterday's video, I spoke about the 7 ways to make money illegally to show you guys exactly what not to do to avoid jail time and what to actually do. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you guys 7 different ways to make money legally, and this is 100% legal. And by the way, these are polar opposites from yesterday's video, so in this way, you can turn those illegal ways into legal making money ways. That way you can avoid jail time. That way you can actually walk around in peace without having to be like GTA and having like 5 stars on you, okay? Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Tommy Bryson. I'm an accountant. I post videos on YouTube every single day. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. On top of that, do me a favor, hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Help the channel grow a ton, so thank you so much. And here's a question for you guys, okay? What's more important? Is it money or is it time? Comment down below, let me know. But before you do, here's the thing. Both of them are important. It's a trick question, okay? Both money and time are very important, and that's why you want to create wealth that gives you more time so you can live a better life. So keep this in mind while you're watching this video, just to let you know, okay? Just a little hint here. Keep this in mind while you're watching this video. Now, before I tell you guys the 7 legal ways to actually make money, if at any point you feel as if, hey, this can't be true, it's illegal, blah, 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 well, I 100% can tell you this, right? It is legal. It is true. You can do this without going to jail. And on top of that, if you feel like, hey, I don't know, Tommy, you can go to your local CPA or your local lawyer and ask them all these questions, and they'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you, which is, hey, it's legal. You just have to know exactly what you're doing, and it will benefit you if you know exactly how to do it, okay? So again, all this stuff is 100% legal, and yes, you can try to do this stuff, because in yesterday's video, that was all about the things not to do. So hopefully you're not trying that stuff, and you'll try this stuff right here. Now, let's get right into the video, guys. Now, the first way to actually make money legally is actually tax evasion. Tommy, tax evasion is when you report less money than you actually make, and guess what happens? Well, now you are going to jail, right? Because you're reporting the wrong amount of taxes. It's not legal. Well, the answer is yes, that's not legal, but I have a polar opposite to that, so then that way you can actually turn it legal. Now, I have a story for you guys, right? When I started one of my first businesses, which is basically like, you know, like flipping phones and buying phones here and there, I used to talk to a lot of business owners that did this, and you tell me all the time, Tommy, you don't have to report your taxes because guess what? It's cash business. The government won't know, the IRS won't know, so don't do it, okay? Now, what I said is this, hey, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to do that. It's not worth it. And if I do this and I can't even deposit my money in the bank, I can't build relationships with the bank, okay? So I said this, all right, so what can I do to make this into a legal thing and pay the least amount of taxes possible without being accused of tax evasion? Now, what I did was this, guys. I opened up an LLC, and guess what happened? Guess what happened, guys? I started to put the income, the profits from there into my LLC, and I started to report a lot of deductions. For example, there was the cost of the phones, the cost of getting it, fixing it, repairs, making sure like I was getting paid also. So the main idea is this, okay? You want to make sure you incorporate yourself, and that way you can deduct a bunch of things from your business, and that way you pay the least amount of taxes but in a legal way without doing tax evasion. Now, for example, a lot of people out there, what they do is this, okay? They work as a barbershop, right? They're a barber in a barbershop, or they work at a job and they get paid a lot of money, but they get taxed a lot. Now, this might be a cash business, so they don't report everything, but the trick is this, okay? If you open up an LLC, which is 1000% legal, if you open up an LLC and you tell your employer, hey, you know what? I opened up an LLC, I can do this exact same job, but you just have to pay me on a 1099. They'll tell you, like, why would I do that? Well, if you do this, you'll save more money on tax because you won't have to pay my Social Security tax. I'll cover that myself, right? But the trick is this, guys. The pro of doing this is this, okay? Once you do this, that employer cannot set your hours, and you determine everything. Now, everything that goes into making your business and all the expenses, you can deduct it from your taxes, thus you save a ton of money by doing this. Now, the con is that, hey, you will be responsible for everything, and I highly recommend you actually get a CPA so he tracks all your expenses and gets the most amount of deductions in a legal way. That way, you build relationships with the banks, you can also get real estate, you can also get paid, and you can also get credit cards and loans, because a lot of times people don't report on taxes and they can't qualify for everything because they don't have a legal way to prove that they're actually making money. So again, just to clarify here, you can be making a lot of money, save on taxes by reporting it under an LLC and deducting all the expenses, and that way you pay less amount of tax, but you still get to take a big chunk of that money home legally. So there you go. Now, number 2 yesterday was ATM fraud, which is basically people that start this business and use ATM reimbursements to reimburse consistently the money that actually put into the ATM. Thus, they're in a constant loop and they make a ton of money, but that is illegal. Now, tell me, how do I get around that? Well, the answer is this. You stop doing it. It's not cool. But what you do is this. You start making a better ATM business by going out there to employers and going out there to businesses and saying like, hey, I have a better offer than the guy that has an ATM in your store actually has. Now, the excuse I hear all the time is, tell me, there's an ATM everywhere I go. I can't put it here. I can't put it there. The answer is this. It's just an excuse. If you go to a business and you tell them, hey, how much are you getting? 50-50? Well, I'll give you 60-40. Now, you might say, Tommy, I'm just giving them all my money. Well, the answer is no. You don't have to do any work. All you do is refill the machine and you get the money straight into your account. So, in reality, the name of the game is this, the pro guys, okay? The name of the game is this, is increasing the volume of ATMs you actually have and then eventually selling that entire portfolio of ATMs to make a ton of money and also make a ton of passive income. So again, the game is increase the volume by being competitive, and it doesn't matter if you get into a bidding war. You know, Walmart, Amazon, Target, they all do this all the time, so why can't you? Competition is real, and competition is a natural part of business. So in reality, the way to do this is by being competitive, going out there, getting more business, and offering better prices than the competitors, okay? So again, you don't have to cheat. You don't have to do it at all. There's a lot of legal ways to do this stuff, and it's just by competition and getting things done. So that's number 2. Now, number 3 is actually money laundering. Tommy, how do I make this legal? Well, the answer is you don't. There's no way to take money from illegal places, put it in a legal place, and then wash it and then make it legal. There's no way to do that. It's not possible. But there is a way to actually construct illegal business that's off the books. Now, here's how you do it. The number 1 thing is this. A lot of people out there, they run businesses off the books because they want to save on taxes. But the main thing is this. If you put that business on the books, you incorporate, and you actually file taxes, you will be better off because in that way you can have a legitimate business, do advertising, and get tax deductions, and also get approved for loans and business loans. And that way you have a lot more capital to actually work with. So again, there's no need to have a business off the books. You can put it on the books and then get a lot more revenue because you are on the books and you can actually get qualified for a lot more things. Now, the second thing is this, guys. There are a lot of people out there that believe that, hey, my business money is not legal because in my state, they don't allow me to actually do this sort of stuff. Now, you might tell me, Tommy, there's no way to do it, okay? I have to put it in this business. That way I can, like get the money here and it's like legal. Well, the answer is no. There's a lot of places out there, a lot of states that don't accept certain things. You can go to another state in America and run your business there and make it completely legal by incorporating. So for example, believe it or not, you cannot in some states operate a bakery from home to actually sell products once you reach a certain amount of sales. But if you go to another place, okay, if you go to another place, you can actually operate there and do it completely from home without having to get a location and rent, okay? Now, here's a very crazy example, okay? This is an example though. There's a guy out there that I don't know, but my CPA told me about. He said, Tommy, there was this client I had that was doing bad stuff, and what he did is this. He turned that business legitimate by going to another state and opening up a dispensary. So again, there's a lot of places you can actually go to in America that might accept your business and make it legal for you. So again, don't trap yourself. The pro is this. You have a lot more opportunities. You have to worry about a lot less things. And the con is that, hey, you don't have to do jail time and you won't be that cool guy doing bad stuff in jail, okay? So there's your con, which is like a very good con if you ask me. So again, make that business legitimate by looking at your options outside of your state. Now, number 4 is buying and selling stolen and iCloud locked phones. Tommy, how do I make this legal, okay? Well, the answer is you don't. Back when I used to do phone flipping, people used to tell me all the time, Tommy, do you want this phone? It's iCloud locked, but it still works, right? No, it doesn't work at all. Tommy, do you want this phone? It's stolen, but it still works, right? No, it doesn't work. And I always used to say like, hey, I'm not interested. It's not my market. And if I get caught with that stuff, I will be going to jail, like petty theft. Imagine trying to get a job with like petty theft on your record. It's not cool. You don't want to do that type of stuff, okay? And people tell me this all the time. Tommy, it's not a big deal. You can put it on eBay. You sell it, no problem there. I am not interested, okay? Now, here's a story for you guys, right? I had a friend once, he bought a phone without knowing it was stolen, and when he tried to sell it to get his money back, well, he got caught by the cops, and he had to do like 6 months in, what is it called, like when they don't lock you up, but they make you do that community service. He had to do that in the winter, and he came back with frostbite all over his hands. I'm not interested in doing that type of stuff, okay? Now on top of that, people tell me this all the time. Tommy, there's so much competition out there, so you have to have an edge, so buying iCloud lock phones gets you more profit. Well, the answer is this: no. The best way to make more money by doing phone flipping is by outworking the competition and offering more products and more services in the competition. What do I mean by this, okay? If you learn to fix phones and you learn to negotiate, you can make a lot more money. So for example, I would buy phones all the time that were screened, well, the screen was shattered, it was cracked, and I would take it to my friend and he would fix it for 50 bucks, okay? I would buy a phone worth like 500 bucks for like 200, fix it for like 50 bucks, that's 250, right? And then I would sell it for like 500 bucks again, and then I would make $250 profit, completely legal. There's no reason to do this, okay? If your excuse is the competition, then you don't belong in this business. There's competition everywhere. Everywhere. So that's not an excuse. Again, if you get caught, it's not worth it. So just learn to fix phones, learn to offer more services, learn to negotiate, and that way you can actually make more profits without having to worry about the competition. Now, number 5 is actually identity theft. Tommy, there's no way to make this legal, you're crazy. Well, the answer is this, okay? There's a lot of skills out there. They're not marketable because they're not legal, but if you flip them around, you can make them marketable and completely legal and earn a ton of money from it. So for example, there are people out there that do identity theft, but in reality, these people are very skilled at knowing how to get people's information, which is crazy, right? But if you turn that skill around and you tweak it, and you say like, hey, I offer services to protect your identity, then you can make a lot of money. For example, if you tell someone, hey, I have a blog here or YouTube channel showing you exactly how to avoid getting hacked, then that's great because you already know all the ways people actually get hacked. So if you make a YouTube channel or a blog or like consultation, like showing people how to avoid it, then you can make money like that also. So again, the pro is this: you turn a bad skill into a positive and you can earn money by doing this. For example, imagine having a blog and offering affiliate programming for like identity protection programs. You can make money from that also. You make a YouTube channel, you offer these products also, you make money like that also. So again, it's all about turning bad skills into positive skills and making money like that. Never thought about that, I just did, so there you go. Now, number 6 is actually something very personal to me because I live in the Bronx, I live in an area where people do this all the time, okay, and that's normal. Now, the reason is kind of weird, and I'm going to tell you right now, and it's this, okay, it's called, number 6 is actually called tax fraud. But it's tax fraud in the sense that they actually do tax fraud by giving their kids to someone else and having them, report them as dependents, right? But they are actually the ones taking care of their kids all along, right? And the thing is this, guys, most of the time, people do this because they are immigrants and not legal in this country, thus they can't report their kids on their taxes. Now, that's wrong. It's a misconception. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? There's something called a tax ID where you don't have to be legal in this country to actually file taxes. So in reality, you can probably file your kids under your taxes as dependents by having a tax ID. Now, personally, I've known a ton of people in my life when I was in high school. It's kind of sad, honestly, that their kids would be sad all the time because their parents, well, they couldn't do a lot of things because they felt like, hey, I can't do anything because I'm an immigrant here and I don't know what to do. Well, the answer is this. I want you to sit down with a CPA and it'll tell you this. If you get a tax ID number, you can even open up a bank account and build your credit score just like that, because your credit score and your immigrant status has nothing to do with each other. Again, if you don't believe me, go ahead and talk to a CPA and a lawyer and it'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you. So again, tax fraud. How do you turn this legal? It's by getting a tax ID, filing taxes for real, and actually start paying taxes, but in a way that you can file your kids under you, but it's completely legal because you're telling the truth in this sense, okay? So again, don't believe all the hype. By the way, you always want to talk to professionals. You don't want to talk to random people because random people always think like, oh my gosh, you can't do this, you can't do that. No. Talk to a professional, talk to a CPA, talk to a lawyer, and they'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you. So that's how you turn this entire illegal thing into a legal way of getting that 3K bonus or like credit when you file for taxes, okay? Now, the last one is number 7. Number 7 is actually taking this advice and actually trying it, okay? These are legal ways to actually make money, and they're not illegal. You can do this like today, you can do it whenever you want to, and it's all about, guys, making sure you're building wealth, but also making sure you have more time on your hands. So comment down below and let me know, which one of these ways do you want to try, which one do you not want to try, and which one are you most surprised you can actually turn into illegal gig. Illegal gig, okay? So comment down below and let me know, guys. And before I go, as always, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, appreciate it a ton, helps the channel grow a ton, so thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. On the top of that, and if you want to do one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. And on top of that, if you want to watch more videos, here's a video on the 7 illegal ways to make money. Please avoid this at all costs. On top of that, hit my face right here to subscribe to the channel right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.